There has never been a film studio with a continuous record of successful films like Pixar. Pixar's animation geniuses have charmed the industry with blockbusters like Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Cars, and The Incredibles, compelling Hollywood to revolutionize how it produces film and make a fortune in the process. Pixar Animation revolutionized the game of animation in a big way. But how? Is it the outstanding quality, the idyllic setting, or the new development that has shifted the animation industry's focus? So in this video, we'll see how Pixar changed the entertainment world. Welcome to Wealthy Mindset, where we explore unique and breathtaking angles from the world of money, economics, personal finance, and investing. But before we dive into it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, click on the bell icon right there so you never miss any of our subsequent videos. Pixar's roots may be traced back to the 1970s at the New York Institute of Technology, NYIT, when a group of computer scientists, notably Ed Catmull, pioneered the growing field of computer graphics. Catmull was appointed to oversee the developing computer division of Lucasfilm Limited, the California-based producing organization of filmmaker George Lucas, in 1979. Some of his NYIT colleagues, like Alvy Ray Smith, also joined him there. In efforts to advance graphics technology, the division created the Pixar Image Computer, which had implications beyond the film industry due to its capacity to produce high-resolution, three-dimensional color visuals. The term Pixar was created as a parody of a Spanish verb that means to make pictures. By 1984, Lucasfilm had recruited John Lasseter, a former Disney animator, and he used the company's technological advances to make short computer-animated movies. With Lucas attempting to optimize his corporation, the computer division was split out as a separate company in 1986, with Apple founder Steve Jobs acquiring the majority shareholding. Catmull was appointed as the CEO of the new Pixar Animation Studios. Jobs, on the other hand, was chosen as the chairman of the board. Jobs first directed the company's decisions on the marketing of the Pixar Image Computer and the development of high-tech graphics software. Pixar, on the other hand, struggled to make a profit and lost its hardware division in 1990. However, critics praised Lasseter's short films, which were created using the corporation's proprietary software. Pixar began producing computer-animated television advertisements in 1989, and 2 years later, it signed a deal with Disney to co-develop and release 3 feature-length animated films. Pixar reorganized to meet its new creative emphasis and spent several years developing Toy Story, the first wholly computer-animated feature film, which premiered in theaters in 1995. The family-friendly film, which mocked toys' private lives, was a critical and economic success, earning Lasseter, the director, an Academy Award. No one really had ever seen something like Toy Story when it was initially released, and the animators would then have to do some extraordinary things to make this thing work. And rendering was among the most crucial aspects of how Pixar delivered its magic. The method of transforming a computer image into a perfect final image or video frame filled with light and motion elements is known as rendering. The animators needed 117 computers operating 24 hours a day to generate Toy Story. Depending on how complicated the frame is, it would take anything from 45 minutes to 30 hours to render. The total number of frames to render was 114,240. There were almost 77 minutes of animation divided across 1,561 shots in the film. It's proven with Toy Story 4 that it's far from revolutionizing the game. Producer Jonas Rivera argues that if Toy Story could be rendered today in less time than it would take to see the entire film. The studio sought to prolong its collaboration with Disney in 1997, having gathered large earnings from the movie and its marketing. Pixar continued to have success with films including A Bug's Life, 1998, Toy Story 2, 1999, Finding Nemo, 2003, and The Incredibles, 2004. Jobs sold Pixar to Disney in 2006, when the Disney contract was coming to an end. Pixar had nearly 1,000 times the computational power on Cars in 2006 compared to Toy Story. While working on Cars, the animators were able to develop their talents for producing metal surfaces. They spent their time making the light bounce off, much like they did with the water in Finding Nemo. Then, in 2007, Pixar combined their abilities to deal with fur from Monsters, Inc. and with water from Finding Nemo to create wet fur in Ratatouille. Let's fast forward to Coco in 2017. Even in a graphically elaborate film like this one, something just as basic as clothing might be the most difficult. When the long-awaited Incredibles 2 was released a year later, they were back working with living creatures, skin, bones, and everything. There was a 14-year difference between the two Incredibles films, and with advances in technology, they were able to make Jack considerably cuter than he was in the first. Toy Story 4 would be the culmination of all of these films. After 24 years, it appeared that this sequel attempted to do many of the things that the first failed to do. The disparities could hardly be more apparent. Toy Story 4 also allowed Pixar to do something unexpected: return to its roots. Pixar has a long and illustrious history that spans several generations. Its emotional weight, mixed with its fun and integration of cutting-edge technology, has made a lasting impression on both children and adults who have watched it. Because of Pixar's success, many people regard it as an essential element of what it signifies to be a youngster, which may explain why it appeals to such a diverse adult audience. If you enjoyed this video, slap a like on it and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest business trends and interesting facts. You can also turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any of our mind-blowing videos. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, bye!